your 45-minute bar. It's our whole body workout today. We're going to start taking your toes to the outside, just to the edge of your mat. So like your pinky toes should just kind of line up with the outside of your mat. And then take a nice bend, send your chest forward a little bit, slide your hands to prayer. You're in a turned out squat to start. Find some stillness, close your eyes. Feel that music, let it take you back. Maybe there's a memory in here for you. Find a little more stillness, send your hips back a little bit further. I saw that, Kathy. And just start to find a tiny little down, down. Actively press your thumbs into your sternum. Feel your biceps turn on. Feel your shoulder blades flatten down your back. I'll be in profile so you can see me a little bit better here. Tailbone shooting long behind and zipping up through my midline here. Finding my abdominals right away. This class is 45 minutes of abdominal work and engagement. Sprinkle in some arm work, thigh work, and seat work is seated pretzel today. Let's find a fuller range. Hold your hips low and then stand up, pushing into your heels. Arms go behind you. Feel that squeeze of your tricep. Take your hips down. Hands go long. Stand all the way up. Squeeze your seat and pick it up. All the way up and all the way down. Nice. You guys look amazing. Now keep in mind, this is just a turned out squat, so you're not in that wide turned out. Beautiful. Tailbone long behind you. We're gonna hold it through center in 4. Take 3. Squeeze your seat like crazy. Last one, come down nice and low and start to rotate to the left, center, right, center. We're finding your obliques here. You can skip the center and just find a flow. I want you to feel that pinch of your oblique as you rotate, bringing your waist out. Thighs are still and strong and super, super engaged. There's going to be a quiz after class. I want to see how many songs you can recognize. Come back through center. Let's find our first plank, but first let's take an inner thigh stretch. Start to take your hips all the way down and snuggle your elbows just to the inside of your thighs. Let your hips be heavy. Take a little rock side to side here. That should feel really nice. Take your hands all the way down to your mat. Walk your hands out long in front of you and find your long arm plank. I started my day this morning at 7:30 with Maggie's class. One of the things that she brought up is finding success in stillness and finding strength in stillness. I really like that message for a Monday. Monday's the perfect day to find a reset. It's a fresh start. So let's find some stillness here. Don't worry about moving anywhere. Just find that alignment. Close your eyes. Maybe set an intention for this class. What brought you here? Feel that success. You're here. Feel that strength. You're in a challenging position. We're here for 20 more counts. 10. You find a down dog in 2 and 1. Hike your hips all the way up. Walk your feet in slightly and take your hands wider than your shoulders. We're finding your down dog push-ups from here. Elbows bend right over wrists. Crown of your head reaches down to the carpeting. Bonus points if you can tap your head all the way down. Nice. I want to check some alignment here. Beautiful. Keep that head really heavy. Feel that beautiful stretch to the backs of your thighs. This should feel great. Nice. No holds, you have 2. Last one, bring your hands back in line with your chest and walk your hands back out. Find your long arm plank. Just as a transition, tap your knees down, slide down onto your forearms. You can stay here on your forearms, or you can tuck your toes and send your legs long behind you. If you choose to come to your toes, I want you to make sure that your hips are in line with your shoulders. Your hips are probably in need of being lower than you think that they are. You're finding stillness here. We're going to flow into a child's pose, but you have 20 counts here. Stillness can be challenging. You have 7, 3, 2, tap your toes down, send your hips long. Feel that heavy, heavy hip as you find a child's pose. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, walk your thumbs to touch. Keep your knees wide, keep your toes on the floor as you shift your weight forward and find your tricep dips. Elbows skin your ribs, and you shift right back into your child's pose. Tap your forehead down, shift forward, find those triceps. Oh yeah. Your challenge is keeping your toes all the way down on the carpeting as you find that tricep engagement, just shimmying through. Nice. Let's all meet in that tricep dip. Come down 1 more inch. Pull your elbows in closer. Come down 1 more inch. Pull your belly up. 1 more inch. You have 10. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Send your legs long in front of you. Take your hands just behind your thighs as you lift up and out of your hips. Roll your shoulders down out of your ears. You're in a neutral spine here. Find that abdominal engagement 1 more time. Close your eyes and catch your breath. There's no movement here. Can you reach your crown of your head up just another inch? Can you close up through your rib cage just a little bit more? Shoot your toes all the way up towards the ceiling. Maybe flex them back to your forehead. We're going to find your high C curve in 6. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Zip up through the middle of your thighs. Hands come outside your thighs. Just press your palms in. Shift your weight back and tip your hips up. You're on your sacrum. From here, tip your hips up 1 more inch. Curl your ribs over. Dip and curl. So your fingers are free. You're pressing into the outsides of your thighs. I want you to find that inner thigh engagement here. I don't want you to think about the holding on. I want you to think about pressing in, finding really active arms here as you tip and curl. Nice. Imagine that you have a huge, heavy beach ball on your belly. So your belly is hollowed out, but your heart is high. You're not hunched over like this. Heart is high. Shoulders are winging down your back. I should say shoulder blades. Hold it on the tip. Hold the curl. Send both arms long and just roll your left elbow. Back, twist left, forward for 2. Back for 2, forward for 2. We're staying at 2 count because I really want you to isolate that left oblique. Find your right oblique to keep your knees super still and steady. You can even take your hand to the top of your knees just to check to make sure they're not moving. Last one here on the left, hold it back and pulse. Pulse. Can you shoot those right fingers even longer? Finding length. You have 4, 3, 2. Reclaim the outsides of your thighs. Fingers are free. Tip, curl. You know what's coming. Hold that tip, hold that curl. Arms are long, right arm pulls back for 2, and forward for 2. You're holding, yes, super, super strong, steady engagement. Isolate your obliques. Hold it on the back. Take 2. Last one, hold it back and pulse. Can you tap your elbow down to the carpeting? I bet you could. Try it. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Send your arms up to a V. We finish with a little tip and curl. We'll roll up onto our knees for our bicep tricep work. Go 6, 5, 4. Last one, hold it low here. Maybe float up onto your toes. Maybe your feet come up just to knee height. You have 6, 4, 2, and 1. Come onto your knees. Grab your weights if you're using them. I'm going to go in profile too. I like to tuck my toes. Take a little shift back of my hips, gluing my arms into my sides all the way up, all the way down. Again, we're staying at this 2 count. I want you to land that center spot. Finding that 90-degree engagement and feel that transfer of the work from the bicep to the tricep. Palms are just facing up to the ceiling. So when we do arm work, weights are always optional. So don't get too hung up on the weights. I want you to think about just isolating bicep and tricep and hanging onto your abdominal engagement. That's the reason that you're on your knees and your shins right now. You're a little less steady and you have to really call on those abdominals. Flip your palms to face one another and just take it right, left. Start to take a little shift forward of your shoulders. Let your elbows reach up higher behind you. What's happening with your heart? Collarbones are still nice and wide. Squeeze, squeeze. Hold your right arm long, left arm long, and just lift. Lift. Palms are facing one another. We'll find one more variation here before we stand it up for wide turnout with your shoulder work. Just burning out your tricep here. Flip your palms to face the carpeting and pulse your pinkies in. Nice. You guys look super strong. Can you lift those hands up 1 more inch? Send them further behind you. Nice. You have 4. You have 3. 2. Here's your hold. Send those fingers longer behind you. Find a little more lift. We're going to stand it up for wide turnout in 3, 2, and 1. Left foot up, right foot up. Legs go super wide. Sink your hips down low. Find that T with your arms and take it down and up. Right away, I want you to check in with your shoulders and hips. They are stacked. Just sliding down an imaginary wall. Feeling that deltoid warm up. Squeeze your triceps still. Hang on to that engagement. We're going to find our lat pulls in 4, 3, 2, Hold it low and just pull your elbows into your sides. Send your arms just straight out. We're going to start in this modified version, holding your legs in stillness. Last two like this. Last one, sink your hips down lower. Stand it all the way up, elbows come in. Send your thumbs to touch just above your forehead, and then take it all the way up, all the way down. Your goal is to find your thighs parallel to the floor. If this bothers your shoulders, you can take this back to that modification where your arms go out to a T. Sometimes we carry a lot of tension in our shoulders, especially with the amount of computer work we're doing hunched over our screens. So I'd like to offer that modification for you. So take it if it feels good in your body. Otherwise, just keep this going. You're going to feel your heart rate come up. That's a good thing. Yep. You're staring at 2 sets of thighs. So I want you to think about where you're going to go with those thighs. You need to be in a spot where you can lean against a wall or a chair to lightly support you. You have 4. You have 3. Last 2. Hold it low. Send your thumbs to touch. Pop your right heel. Pop your left heel. Hold it low. You have 8. Keep those shoulders stacked over your hips. Don't wiggle forward and back. You're strong. You can do this. You have 4, 3, 2. Meet me at your wall or your chair. Zip your legs up right through your midline. Feel that engagement from big toe to heel, inner thigh, calves. Squeeze your seat. Lift those heels all the way up 6 inches. Drop them back down. It's up, it's down. You're just rolling through your entire foot here. Feeling your toes and your socks. Feeling your heels just tap the carpeting. Start to spiral your inner thighs a little closer together, almost towards the back of the room. Feel your calves light up. Hold your heels super high and take a nice deep bend in your knees. Keeping that entirely straight plumb line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Now shoot your tailbone back just a little bit more. Squeeze your inner thighs. Take it down an inch, up an inch. Nice. We rolled through your feet. We found a small range of motion. You guys look great. We're going to take this for a walk. Bigger ride in 4, 3, 2. Last one small. Left arm goes high overhead or right arm makes no difference. Take it down for 2 and up for 2. You're squeezing your inner thighs together like crazy. That's why I had you set up. Picturing that inner thigh engagement and that spiral of the inner thigh towards the back of the room. You look great. Nice. Good. 4, 3. Give me 2 more. Last one, hold it low. Maybe you send your heels a little higher. Imagine I'm behind you, pushing your heels up. Maybe both hands reach up for the ceiling. You have 6. We're just gonna step out into a parallel squat in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips above knees. Think back, low, hands go high. It's down, down. Oh yeah, let's find that big range of motion in 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up, sink it low. Getting that heart rate back up again. Oh yeah. Low, high, low, high. You started this class like this, but your feet were turned out and wider. Now they are directly below your hips. Toes are forward. Weight is heavy in those heels. Yeah. You guys are rocking it out. You have 10. You have 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Send your fingers long away from you. Lift your toes up out of your socks. Sink your heels down. Hips are back. Heart lifts. I heard the music change, but we're not quite ready. We need to hold this now. We have 10. Get your hips lower. You just have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and step your left foot forward. Slide your right leg behind you, coming into a high runner's lunge here. Take a nice deep bend in the front knee. Squeeze your back leg super straight. Hands come all the way up, finding your goalpost arms. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Feel that nice stretch through the right side of your body as you take that. Beautiful. Go ahead and send your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Let your right leg go a little longer and then send your left arm high. Finding a twist. Little balance challenge. Come back through center. Drop your back knee down. Keep your weight shifted forward. You can kick your right foot into your seat. Grab it with one or both hands. Maybe take a balance challenge. Left arm can go long. Stretching your quadricep. Release your foot. Hands are long. Hips shift back. Flex your left toes and lift up and out of your hips as you find a forward fold. Let your hands frame your foot. Point and flex your toe. Then settle your foot down into the carpeting and find your version of the daily method split. Hips are square. Leg is straight. Tuck your chin to your chest. Nothing to see. Close your eyes. And then carefully let yourself, keep your hands down on the mat and slide your left foot wide and take your seat to the top of your right heel. Toes face the ceiling. Find a point and a flex of your left toes. Feeling that inner thigh release between the turned out squat, the wide turned out, the parallel. Those inner thighs did a lot of work for you. Slide your left leg behind you. Step your right leg forward, and let's find that high lunge on the right. Squeeze your left seat. Arms go high to that goalpost. Take a beautiful little back bend. Lower left hand down, right arm up, finding that twist. And come back through center. Drop your back knee, keep your weight shifted forward. Reach around and grab onto that left foot. And let your heart be high here. Maybe you take that challenge. Breathe through this. Release your back toes. Arms are high, hips are low and long behind you. Tailbone is shooting behind you. Toes are flexed. Find your forward fold. Let your fingertips just touch the carpeting as you point and flex your toes. And then maybe you put a little more pressure into those hands and bring your palms down as you squeeze your right leg straight and ground your right toes. Enjoy this daily method split. And then go ahead and release your right foot out to the side as you shift your hips back onto your left heel. Stay low here. Find that point and flex. Your right toes. We are going to find 2 sets of abdominals here before we roll into our seated pretzel. You go ahead and just take a seat. Walk your feet to hips distance here. Slide your hands behind your thighs and lift up and out of your hips. From here, shift your weight back. You're high C curve. Roll down into low C and walk your feet so that they're just under your knees and a little closer to your seat. Ground your heels and feel your hamstrings wake up. Now lift your chest a little higher. We're holding this. We're not bouncing. We're not lifting. Try to find your highest position here. And find some stillness. Good 6. We'll layer on movement in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just lift your center up, up, up. We're coming for your obliques right away. So as you lift up, take a little rotation to the left, rotation right, left, right. We talk about our obliques a lot in class. Those are the muscles that give you that nice little nipped in waist. So we want to really engage those. You have to dig deep for your obliques. It's tougher access. You guys are making it look easy. Nice. Keep that rotation going side to side. Just send your right leg up to the ceiling and stay on the right. Bring both hands outside your right thigh and lift, lift. Now don't let your left hip come up and travel with you. Press it down as you stay on the right. Good 4, 3, 2, hold that lift. Then release your hands and hook your thumbs together and just hold it here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch your legs, hands outside left thigh as you find that up and over. This is a great time to really engage that left quadricep. It's going to help you find a little more resistance. It's going to give you more stability. Hold it at the top here. Lift yourself up 1 more inch. Maybe you send your thumbs long, finding that little loop. We're going to come for your flat back on the floor in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ground both feet. Lay all the way down onto your back. Send your arms out to a T, but press your palms down into the carpet. Inhale, let your chest get really wide. Exhale, glue everything down to the carpeting. Close your rib cage. Pull your belly button down. It's down. Keep your hips flat. Do not let them tip up. Send your right toes up to tabletop. Left toes match. Glue your legs together and find those little diamonds. It's open, close, open, close. Flat back is becoming my favorite seat work that we do. I feel like it's super, super intense, but it's a great place for you to pause and really isolate that abdominal engagement. You can take one hand underneath your back, slide it beneath you to see if there's any air. You know then to press down into it. You can take your other hand to your belly and feel those flat, engaged abdominals. Stay with it here. You're going to hold those knees on the open. In 4. Hold your knees open. Start to drop your feet down for 2 and up for 2. Again, we are staying slow. I want you to find a bigger range of motion, and I want you to eliminate any bounce. This is purely driven by your abdominal engagement. And don't be surprised if you feel this a little bit in the outside edge of your seat. It's a nice little warm-up for our seat work. We're going to find some frog legs in 4. These are your last two. Last one. Lift your legs up. Turn your toes out to 11 and 1. Just your heels are connected here. Send your legs long and straight. Squeeze your quadricep. Bend your knees so that they come back over your hips. Take it all the way out. It's out and in. Out. In. Bring your attention to your breath here. Inhaling on the in, then exhaling on the out will help you send more energy out through your heels. Nice. You have 4 more, and then we're going to hold your legs long. You're going to do your toes together in 3, 2. Last one. Hold your legs long at that challenge point. Do everything together and take it down and up, down and up, down and up. You are working from your challenge point here. Yep. Stay with it here. This is where the magic happens. You want to level up? Send your fingers up towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulder blades glued down to the carpeting. Oh yeah. Down and up, down and up, down and up. Easy peasy. You got this. Oh, I love seeing all the feet. Awesome. Down and up. You have 10 and a hold. 5. Last 2. Last one. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Send your toes low. This is your hold. Maybe send your fingers back in the other direction over your head. I see it. Hold it. You have 4, 3, 2. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a big squeeze. And then rock and roll up to sitting. We're going to start on the left. So let's set up properly for our seated pretzel. Slide your right knee in front of your right hip. Find that beautiful 90-degree angle. And then let's take a quick hip opener. So your left leg is behind you. At the same 90-degree angle, you can come down onto your forearms. And as you sit up, spiral your left hip forward. Sorry, rights and lefts. Now I'm going to slide the ball just under my ankle. Otherwise, you can pick your foot up, cover your knee, and start to press this whole shape back, back, back. I was lucky enough to run into the studio a few weeks ago and grab a ball. With all the balls that I have in this house for stretching, you would think that I would have an appropriate ball, but this is the best ball. So here's the deal. We're not going to be in this pretzel position for long because I'm loving these clam variations that I've been playing around with. So keep that foot back, but start to find a little lift, lift, lift. You might barely move. We're just really carving out that outside edge of your feet here. Nice. Find that abdominal engagement here. We'll find your clam in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully, you're lowering down onto your right forearm. Shoulders are staying squared off. Right knee stays where it is. Left knee comes to meet it. Glue your inner thighs together. Float your toes up off of the carpeting. Left hand, left hip, and find an open and close of the knee. That's the clam cow. Huh? Genius. Now right away, you want to slump into that right side. Lift up and out. Think about what it felt like with the forearm plank. How intensely you were pressing your forearms down. Tap into those obliques to help you find that engagement. Nice. Hold it at the top. Send your hand high to the ceiling and just pulse that knee. Really digging deep into that outside edge of your sleeve as you pulse, pulse, pulse. We're going to find some mobility and really lubricate those hips. In 6, in 4, 2, 1. Drop everything down to the carpeting. Send your left leg long on the ankle behind you, long and straight. Left arm goes in opposition and find a lift of leg and arm. Got it. I want you to think about finding all kinds of length from your toes out to your ear. Lifting up on that right side, staying nice and lifted and engaged. Use that seat. You're going to come back through center. Those knees are going to meet in 4, 3, 2. Bring your knees back through center. Send your leg long, arm out to the side, and just lift. Your knee is right out in front of your left hip. You're just finding a little lift. Lift. Nice. If you want to flex your foot, you can do so. We're going to go to a variation with the flexed foot. In 3, 2, and 1. Flex those toes. Take a bend of your knee, a great big reach. Bend, reach, bend, reach. We'll get a quick stretch after a hold. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Maybe point your toe. Maybe you challenge yourself to lift your leg up higher on the diagonal. Maybe fingers reach for that heel. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Slide your left ankle over your right knee. Wrap your hands around your left knee and left thigh. Twist over to the left. Feel this right away in that left seat. Really ground that left hip. And take the counter stretch. Feel great. Yes, set up on the other side. Go ahead and slide your left shin parallel to the front of the room. The right foot behind you, lift up your foot, lift your knee up off of the carpeting, square your shoulders and hips off to the front of the room as you find that press back, press back, press back. This side will go so much faster. Second side always does. Love it. Tiny little movement here. Tapping into your hamstring and the base of your feet. We're going to come to a lot of outside edge of your feet in this particular work now. Hold that press back and find that tiny lift. Lift, lift, lift. I see you. This is it. You are in the home stretch. Final moments of class. This is where we leave it all at that. Clamshell in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down onto that strong left forearm. Slide your knees together. Squeeze inner thighs. Cover those toes and just lift your right knee up and close. Up and close. Now, if for some reason the hover of your feet isn't so good in your body, leave your feet on the carpeting. That's okay. Check back in with that left oblique. You're lifting up and out of that left side. You're not slumping. We're going to hold it at the top in 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top and pulse, pulse, pulse. I told you this side was faster. We're going to find that long leg on the angle behind you in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send your leg long on that angle. Drop your left toe to the carpeting if you haven't done so already. Send those right fingers long. It's lift, 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 finding all that length from your pinky toe to your pinky finger. Beautiful. Home stretch here. You have 4, 3, 2. Send that right leg long in front of you. Flex your toe and find those lifts. Lift, 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 lift. You got it. Stay with it here. It's lift, 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 lift. Stay with it, stay with it. Flex that foot. Find a little more length and find that bend reach. This is where we finish, bend reach. Bend, reach, bend, reach. You have 10. Where's that hand? Maybe it goes high. You have 4, 3, 2. Point your toe, send your toe up a little higher. Maybe reach your fingers towards that heel. Find more length, more strength in that right leg for 6, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's find that beautiful twist on the right side. Right ankle outside of left knee. Hug your right thigh as you twist over to the right. Round your right hip. Let that feel super, super great. And we are going to roll right into your final stretch. So go ahead and send your legs long in front of you. We're going to roll down into a morning stretch. So your legs are long, toes are flexed. Reach for your toes and fold over in half. Wiggle out your right side and your left side. Should feel great. Point and flex your toes. Then with grace and control, send your fingers all the way up towards the ceiling and tip your hips up as you roll all the way down. Fingertips go long. Find that same length from pinky toe to pinky finger that you just did in your pretzel. And bring your hands and knees together through center. Bend your knees into your chest. Let your hips lift up off the carpeting and ground your sacrum and reach between your legs. Find your happy baby. So sacrum is grounded. You did it. The hard work's over. This is just as important, this stretching, as any of the movement that we do in class. You want to release those muscles. You want to give them time to recover. Now let's find a supine figure 4 here. So go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Keep your left leg bent, but flex both toes. Reach in there, grab that left thigh, find a little rock side to side. Releasing the outside of your right seat. Let's switch the cross. Left knee, left ankle over right knee. It's a Monday. So it looks like it's cleared up. I'll get outside this afternoon for a little bit, I hope. Enjoy that opening through the left side of your seat. Then come back through center. Draw your knees in tightly to your chest. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Wrap yourself into a little teeny ball. Roll out your low back in one direction and then take it to the other direction. Settle back down through center. Hands out wide to a T. Drop your bent knees all the way over to the right. Grounding knees, grounding left shoulder. Back through center. Carefully let your knees drop all the way to the left as you ground your right shoulder and take your gaze right. Bring out your waist. Come back through center. And slide both legs all the way to the carpeting. Your palms be at your sides, facing up to the ceiling, and slide your feet outside of your hip line. Take a big inhale, feel your belly expand. Enjoy that breath. Take an exhale. Take one more big inhale together through your nose, and then audibly blow it out. Great work today. Always good to see you. Love a good Monday. Perfect reset. Chance to go out there and make some more great habits. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. It was a great class.
Thank you.